Let us see the fourth aspect of breaking of waves. Waves in shallow waters near the beaches are found to be diving and breaking. They are called as wave breakers. An impressive amount of energy is dissipated by breaking waves in the swift. A single wave of 1.2 meters high with a 10-second period striking the coast is estimated to release 50 million horsepower of energy. Most of this energy is released as heat which is not detectable. Waves are destroyed by opposing winds. Others interact and more cancel each other, but most of them end up as breakers. As waves encounter to shallow water bodies, the wave heights increase and the wavelength decreases. Consequently, wave steepness also increases. The wave becomes unstable and forms the breakers. The belt of nearly continuous breaking waves along the shore over a submerged bank is known as the surf zone. Surf is a mix of breakers. It forms as different types of waves approach a shore and interact with the shallow water bottom. There are four basic types of breaking water waves as spilling breakers, plunging breakers, surging breakers and collapsing breakers. Let us see the spilling breakers. When the ocean floor has a gradual slope, the wave will steepen until the crest becomes unstable, resulting in turbulent white water spilling down the face of the wave. This continues as the wave approaches the shore and the wave's energy is slowly dissipated in the white water. Because of this, spilling waves break for a longer time than the other waves and create a relatively gentle wave. Onshore wind conditions make spillers more likely. They cause rows of breakers rolling towards the beach. Such breakers gradually transport water towards the beach during groups of high waves. These are also called as rolling breakers. The spilling or rolling breakers are the safest waves on which to surf. They can be found in most areas with relatively flat shorelines. They are the most common types of shore breaks. During this process, rips running back to the sea transport this water away from the beach during groups of low waves. When caught swimming in a rip, one should not attempt to swim back to the shore because such rips can be very strong. People should swim parallel to the beach towards the beach where the waves are highest. This is where the water moves towards the beach. Let us see the second group of plunging breakers. A plunging wave occurs when the ocean floor is steep or has sudden depth changes such as from a reef or a sandbar. The crest of the wave becomes much steeper than a spilling wave, becomes vertical and then curls over and drops onto the trough of the wave, releasing most of its energy at once in a relatively violent impact. A plunging wave breaks with more energy than a significantly larger spilling wave. If a plunging wave is not parallel to the beach, the section of the wave which reaches the shallow water will break first. Plunging or dumping breakers are the preferred waves for experienced surfers. A plunging breaker is dangerous for swimmers because its intensity is greater and greatly augmented by the backwash from its predecessors. Surging breakers occur where the beach slope exceeds the wave steepness. The wave does not really curl and break, but runs up against the shore while producing foam and large surges of water. Such places are dangerous for swimmers because the rapidly moving water can drag the swimmers over the rocks. When waves break, their energy is absorbed and the energy is converted to heat. On steeper beaches, the energy of the wave can be reflected by the bottom back into the ocean, causing the standing waves. This can result in a very narrow surf zone or no breaking waves at all. Let us see the collapsing waves. Collapsing waves are a cross between plunging and surging breakers. In these, the crest never fully breaks, yet the bottom face of the wave gets steeper and collapses, resulting in foam. Rogue waves are another categories of waves. They are also known as freak waves, monster waves, killer waves, extreme waves, and abnormal waves. They are relatively large and spontaneous ocean surface waves that occur far out in the sea. They are a threat even to large ships and ocean liners. Rogue waves seem to occur in deep water or where a number of physical factors such as strong winds and fast currents converge together in the oceanic water masses.